Yo. Yo, check the feed, another late night scroll. Searching for the truth, losing all control. Government secrets, stories untold about the matrix we in. Brave and bold, from the deep web shadows to the mainstream's light. We're connecting the dots, making everything right. Hit that subscribe, join the fam if you're feeling the vibe. This ain't just a channel, it's where real minds thrive. Data stream dreams on the screens we unite. Unraveling mysteries, burning ever so bright. Laughing through the theory, shining a light. Global family growing day and through the night. From encrypted whispers to the forums loud roar. We're building a kingdom forevermore. Remember that video went viral overnight. Proof in the pudding, shining so bright. Street level reports from the concrete jungle. Sharing the intel, no time to stumble. From the moon landing fakes to the secret societies. We're digging for answers, fighting anxieties. Got that loyal crew, always got my back. Sharing the memes on this digital track. Data stream dreams on the screens we unite. Unraveling mysteries, burning ever so bright. Laughing through the theory, shining a light. Global family growing day and through the night. From encrypted whispers to the forums loud roar. We're building a kingdom forevermore. They call us crazy, say we're just chasing ghosts, but we see the patterns in the digital host. Every comment, every share, a bond that grows strong. Where everybody belongs, where we all get along. No judgment, no hate, just open minds here. Dispelling the shadows, conquering all fear. Data stream dreams on the screens we unite. Unraveling mystery, burning ever so bright. Laughing through the theory, shining a light. Global family growing day and through the night. From encrypted whispers to the forums loud roar. We're building a kingdom forevermore. Yeah, yeah, a global family, that's what we are. Yeah, shining our light like a digital star. Keep the theories flowing, yeah. Keep the laughter louder, yeah. We're the truth seekers, standing out from the crowd. Oh.
So I'm in CVS and this is what I see. Okay, cool. Black Santa. But also what I look up and see is kind of makes me wonder, what was this 20, 30 years ago when you needed a Black Santa? But better yet, who are these people? And it's kind of making me wonder why I only see these folks up here and not one white Santa.
Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy Stephen Miller and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem now live on military bases. They are among at least 6 senior Trump administration appointees to do so in the Washington area, leaving them both isolated from the Capitol they help govern and sheltered from political violence, but also protest. Joining us now, staff writer for The Atlantic, Tom Nichols, and staff writer for The Atlantic, Michael Schur. Michael, what's the deal with this?
Well, some of these people had moved on to bases months ago. Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, Pete Hegseth, the Defense Secretary, I think they just like the convenience of it. Some of this is because of concerns over security threats and increased precautions that were actually taken after the Charlie Kirk assassination.
A number of the members of the administration are now living on a military base. What? You didn't know this?
No.
Oh, yeah. Stephen Miller just moved there. Kristi Noem lives on a military base. J.D. Vance. Oh, no. Rubio. Pete Hegseth. I mean, for people who love America so much, they seem to be scared of it.
I'm one of those people they call a conspiracy theorist. When I hear things like that, I'm like, what do they know that I don't know?
Well, I I don't think it's I don't think it's, it's in the paper, but I don't know.
What's up, guys? D7 back at you. As always, a lot going on out there, but we've got some moves being made here that I wanted to point out that we haven't seen at this level before. We've got multiple Trump administration officials, high-level officials, high positions, trying to move on to military bases. Many of them are making this move right now. Some already have. Others are trying. Now, Army Secretary Dan Driscoll, he's trying to make this move. Kristi Noem was one of the first to do this. We also have now Stephen Miller packing his family up and moving into the area in D.C. known as General's Row or around that vicinity. You have Marco Rubio that lives on the base as well. You have Pete Hegseth. Then you have Tulsi Gabbard trying to get on to the base to live with her family. All because they fear for their lives. They're saying that they fear the repercussions of what is to come with protests, with riots, assassination attempts, all this stuff. And then there's more that they will not name because of national security and to keep them safe. They will not name these individuals. So we don't even know who they are that they're moving into the base because they all fear for their lives. So we've seen a lot of action, a lot of protests over the years, BLM, we've seen all kinds of crap. We've never seen officials start to flip out and geek out like this and go running for cover into the military bases. It's as if they're expecting something huge to happen. I think we can all feel it in the air. The question is what, when. It could be a combination of things, but one thing's for sure at this point. They're telegraphing that they know something huge is coming that's going to make the people upset en masse. And they're basically running into hiding, into a protective space here. And I expect more to follow. If I get names on these individuals they're trying to keep under wraps, I'll update. I'll let you guys know. Make sure to follow me on X as well. And join me for the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where I got more time to talk about this in greater detail. Hope to see you guys there. Much love.
This is gonna sound crazy, and I know it sounds crazy because it feels crazy to say. I woke up really early this morning, planned on going to the gym, and something told me to go back to sleep. And I had a series of dreams, but the last one, it wasn't a dream. I woke up in my apartment and my parents were there. They looked really young though, like younger than I remember seeing them. But there was a table full of people on the terrace, like eating. My parents were leaving and they were about to go with my sister, and I felt like I was lost, like I didn't know what was going on. And some just told me to ask my parents because they looked so young. I said, what year is it? They said 2012, which made me feel like I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, but didn't look accurate. And so I went over to the people that were sitting at the table. There was a dog there, and I said something to the dog, and they looked at me like I called him the wrong name. And I was like, oh no, I just said, hey, boy, what's the name again? And they told me his name was Hobbit. And then the boy took me in my bedroom and told me it was his bedroom. It was completely different. I said, who lives in the other bedroom? He said, his brother. And I knew for certain that I didn't know what was going on, but I didn't want to let anyone know because everyone was looking at me like I was supposed to know what was going on. And I was like, when did we meet again? And he was like, Christmas at your house. And I was like, in Woodstock? I just guessed because I was trying to figure out if I knew anything. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, who brought you? And he was like, my dad. What's your dad's name? Pat Brooks. I don't know who that is. But like, I asked him, how long had I been sleeping? Because apparently I had just waken up from a nap. And as I start to ask him questions, everything starts to fade. But like everything in me felt present. You know how you feel like dreams feel real? This didn't feel real. I knew that I was in a different something. And then I woke up. But the whole time I was like trying not to let everyone know that I didn't know what was happening. I even gave my mom a hug because I haven't seen her moving around in so long, and she was like stiff as a board. My mother is the most affectionate person I know. It just felt like a whole nother lifetime. Does that sound crazy? Does anybody know what that is? I don't know. It's getting weird out here.
Bro, like we were talking about earlier, the projecting. White people didn't even consider us human, 3/5 human. That was never our problem. Our main problem is why we considered them human in the first place. If anybody 3/5, look at that behavior. Who eat people? Who would feed a baby to an alligator? Who would do that? Who would exterminate buffalo just so people wouldn't have nothing to eat, wouldn't have a source of food, just to punish people? Who would give people disease-ridden blankets? Who would do this? Who would create black codes? If you walking along the train line, you going to prison. Vagrancy laws. Same thing they doing now. Our issue isn't our humanity. Our issue is trying to prove our humanity to people who don't behave in a humane way.
Is that doorbell camera right there? Yeah. The dog? The Rottweiler. Oh, there's a dog in there? Yeah, Rottweiler. Maybe. Somebody gets little. Hey! Somebody there? Maybe that was a dog. We're here because of the comments you made online about the Jewish community. Are you hearing what? I'm saying, are you yeah, no, we get that. I get that. So we got to make sure that you're not going to harm water. No. No, that's why we're here to see outside. Yeah. Sounds like you don't listen to what we do.
Try that again.
We're here because of the comments you made online about the Jewish community. Are you
So what?
No, I'm saying, are you
I have a freedom of speech, dude.
Yeah, no, we get that. I get that.
We just we gotta make sure that you're not.
Do you have a warrant?
No.
No, that's why we're
Okay,
here.
you see that sign?
Yeah.
See how it says no soliciting? What you're doing is basically soliciting. You understand that, right? Yeah. It means you're not welcomed here.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Stay off the lawn, please. This is what they're doing, guys. You make comments about the Jews online, they'll fucking show up at your door. This is what they do. This is freedom of speech. This is how much control Israel has over our country. Look at this response. For exercising my freedom of speech online. Wow. What a fucking joke. What a fucking joke. Can't wait to do some auditing of you boys. Bye-bye. Look at that. Sign says no soliciting. What do they think they're fucking doing? They got no warrant. Sign that says no soliciting does not give you a right to my curtilage. Bye-bye. Freedom of speech.
How we doing, guys? Myself, Chris Credit OBE, hitting you with a quick one. Real talk, true season. First and foremost, police are at your door. So right now, you're already frantic. You're already sitting there thinking, what is the police doing at my door? The police comes to your door and says that they need to speak to your underage child, which is a teenager, and saying that they need her phone. And if you do not give up the phone, she will be arrested for something that she watched or shared or posted on social media. Parents, it's time to wake up, because the freedom of speech and your freedom of your equal rights and what your rights are meant to be, whether you're a law-abiding citizen, whether you own your own property, don't own your own property, the way this woman walks up into her house.
What was it? Sorry, I don't like the camera. You can have a body cam. I can include that too. I just don't like the camera. Okay, well, I'm doing this because this is my own house and I am telling you why I'm doing it. So I just need to know, why would she's basically viewed a post which is not an arrestable offence? Yeah. Okay.
It happened in May and you don't think right. The only thing is that we need to seize the phone at this current moment.
Yeah.
The phone needs to get seized from us, otherwise we will escalate this further.
But with a voluntary interview. So have you seized anyone else? Is she the only child you're picking on?
Voluntary interview, you'd be able to come.
Have you spoken to anyone else? No, we'll come to the station now.
Do you mind letting her finish her sentence?
Yeah.
She doesn't have to get further escalation, unfortunately.
That's fine, we'll come to the station now.
The phone as it's seized right now, and we're not able to basically get the phone, we'd have to escalate this further, which means you're going to probably get arrested.
For what? Viewing a social media post? Is that
need to go with that in order to...
No, absolutely not.
Prevent destruction of evidence.
I'm sorry.
Lisa!
That's fine. I would like you to leave now. I'd like you to leave. Okay, I have nothing more to say to you. A social media post. I've got nothing more to say. I'd like you to leave. You've harassed this child enough.
First and foremost, someone comes to your door, and in this day and age, we don't even know who's real police officer, who's not real police officer. First and foremost, you're talking about you don't want to be filmed. Why? If you're a law-abiding citizen and you've come into the public service knowing that you're a public figure, and that means that you have a duty to the public to identify yourself and to make sure that we feel safe as the public. Don't worry, I'll wait. That's just the first thing. That was the first red flag. And then the second red flag is that the fact that you've been able to push past this woman and enter her property without no warrant. Just because you feel like you can enforce the law. And like the woman clearly stated in the video, I will be happy to come down to the police station. I'll be happy to rectify whatever rectification that needs to be rectified, because I don't understand how a child can be arrested for something that they've posted on social media. And this is where it comes a little bit deeper. A lot of people could sit there and say, but Chris, what if it was a hate speech? What if she was slandering? What if she was inciting violence? How much influencers or how much politicians or how much other people that sit there online influencing the culture, whether it's the environment, whether it's the cost of living, whether it's violence, whether it's protest. If it's not the government, it's the left. If it's not the left, it's the right. If it's not the right, it's the middle. If it's not the middle, it's in between. So we can't sit there and say that all of us shouldn't have the right to have their say, to have their views, to have their point. What would you do if someone came to your door, which is a police officer, saying that they want to arrest your child because your child has shared something on social media? Do you believe that there's a right for them to be able to do that? Or do you believe that we're going down to a point where we have no rights and no control? And if not the freedom of speech, what do we have left? That will be my question that I'm going to leave with everybody else. What do you think that we have left? Don't worry, I'll wait. Comment below.
At this point, I feel like everybody in the world knows who this is. This is Charlie Kirk. People who are fans of Charlie Kirk would probably describe him as a free speech advocate. That's how I always hear him described. Someone who believed in and fully supported free speech. Conversely, this is Larry Bushart. He also believes in free speech. That might be the only thing that he and Charlie Kirk have in common. And you could probably perceive that this here is a mugshot. And this is body cam footage of Larry being arrested. Police showed up to his home, placed him under arrest. The 61-year-old former police officer himself was arrested. You have any idea what he was arrested for? You want to guess? The answer is he was arrested for posting a meme on Facebook to a group that was about a Charlie Kirk vigil in his area. He posted this meme that features a quote from Donald Trump, where the day after a mass shooting at a high school, he said, "We have to get over it." He posted that, and then police came to his home and arrested him for threatening a mass shooting. That was over a month ago. He is still sitting in jail. Why? Because a judge set his bond at $2 million for a meme. His next hearing in court, I think, isn't until December 4th. Now, residents of the area, liberal and conservative alike, I might add, are concerned. They're like, why has this guy been arrested? Why is he still in jail? This doesn't make sense. So the local news went to ask the sheriff, the one who had him arrested. And this is what he said.
Sheriff Weems says some in his community took the reference in the Trump meme to Perry High School to be a threat to shoot up Perry County High School, which had recently had to deal with a threat from a student. It doesn't say Perry County High School.
It says Perry High School, mass shooting one day after, okay? That led people to believe in our county that he's talking about Perry County High School because it doesn't say Iowa either.
But you also knew this was an existing meme that was already out there on the internet.
Correct.
And so it's clear he's not talking about Perry County High School.
We knew. The public did not know.
Reporter says, you knew that this was an existing meme that existed on the internet. He says, yes. He goes, so it's clear this was not about the local high school. And he says, we knew it wasn't, but the public didn't. So you arrested him because people didn't understand what he was talking about? That is not a crime. It is not a crime that people think you meant something else when it's clear you did not. When you were able to go, well, this already existed, this is not that. You can inform the public. Instead, you wanted to make an example of some liberal you didn't like with your Blue Lives Matter branded shit all over your sheriff's office. By the way, Nick Weems, Facebook meme police, yours is an elected position. Not sure how this is going to play for you come the next election. The First Amendment was supposed to protect the American citizens from a government entity punishing them for their speech, and that's exactly what's happening here. They're putting the wrapping paper of threats of mass violence, which is outrageous. This guy's charged with a felony. And the fact that the sheriff and the prosecutor have taken it this far should trouble everyone in the nation. This is a page on Facebook. This group has been built to help support Larry. There are phone numbers, there are emails. I encourage you to make your voice be heard.
This is how the police are gonna arrest you because of your social media. When you guys are online like, yeah bruh, you already know what we on, we coming through anybody who wants some. Yeah, there's most likely somebody on there that's seen that was like, oh, they're talking about my nephew or somebody. I think I should just call the police. Hold on, stick around, because it's going to get good. So then once they put the police in and they show them the video, they're like, okay. Let's go on and zoom in. Okay, this is stolen. Okay, now let's go ask that guy what's he doing in this video with a stolen fire. Then there comes back to the guy posting back on social media. He's just living his life. He has no care in the world. He just said something random to get a few likes or whatever. Oh, now they're coming in, kicking in his door. And guess what? He had all the stuff there too, and it was an in-house. Now he got possession of it. That's pretty much like a slam dunk conviction. All off a social media post that they wanted to do. Hopefully he didn't stay at his mama's crib, because if not, you already know how we're coming down. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Stay up, keep getting that money. Drop a comment below. You could be the next video. Let's get it. This is how the police can use your Instagram post and Facebook post to build a case on you. Alright, so the first thing that they're going to do is, once they figure out like a tip, right, something's going to end up putting them on to viewing your page. So then when they go view your page, they're going to go through and screenshot it. just in case over time if you delete it so they still have it. This won't even take them probably 15-20 minutes. So then after they have that, all the illegal stuff that you have in pictures, they're going to pull you into the police station and ask, hey, do you know if you have one of these? And then when you're like, nah, I have no idea what you're talking about, knowing you're lying straight to their face most likely, they're going to pull out all these pictures and be like, huh, can you tell us what this is? And you can't say, oh, that's not even me. Because they're going to pull out normal pictures at first, like, yeah, this is you, right? So that means this is you too. And then this is going to build even more, because then it proves you did have possession of these items because there's pictures with them. So if anything is stolen or stuff like that, you're going to go to jail, get arrested, and you're probably going to have to go to court for it. This can range 3 to 4 years in jail. You already know that. It's your boy Street Knowledge. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And that's not getting caught with any of it. That's just proving that you actually had possession of it.
This cop shows up at this guy's house because he wrote something on Facebook that bothered the police officer. He was stepping on his property, then placed him in cuffs.
When you're making the comments that you're making on Facebook, that kind of brings issue to me. And that our department's going in is a lot different than what it was 30 years ago. When you make comments like that, that kind of upsets me, you know what I'm saying?
Freedom of speech. I can say whatever
listen,
I want.
I could 100% write up a warrant for you. You want me to do that? Okay, that's fine. I'll gladly do that for you. I came down.
I gotta go to work.
Well, I came down. Hold on, I'm talking to you. You're not walking away from me. No, get back over here. You want me? Turn around.
No, damn well, he did not say this.
You taste it, you can't even hardly taste it.
Like, what?
It just go with everything. You can get baby oil on pizza. I done got it on pizza before. You taste it, you can't even hardly taste it.
Pizza?
I done had baby oil all around my mouth before. I don't even know what's on there. It's just a baby oil type night. It's just baby oil. 3 bottles of baby oil. Whoa.
Wild and crazy.
Whoa. My all-time favorite, baby. 3 bottles of baby oil.
Baby oil infused with cocaine infused with baby oil infused in baby.
You can't know what it is, but you got to be a baby oil professional.
Yeah.
Don't ever not include baby oil. Praise the Lord, baby oil.
Not okay.
TMZ has confirmed another death on Walt Disney property, which makes for the 3rd death in 10 days. In a TikTok video that was posted, you see heavy police presence around a taped-off pool area at Disney's Contemporary Resort. And later, the Orange County Medical Examiner's Office in Orlando, Florida said, "We are still in the process of completing our exams, and they did in fact confirm the death." On October 14th, there was a reported suicide also at the Contemporary, and a body found at the Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground on October 21st. Additionally, there was a guest in California who was found unresponsive on the Haunted Mansion ride, and that happened on October 8th. We have reached out to Disney. So far, no word back.
What the hell is happening in Walt Disney World? I took 3 weeks off TikTok, and all of a sudden 4 people have died on property within a month. I give my sincerest condolences to the families that have been affected by these deaths. I'm by no means trying to glorify them. But this is insane. Is Disney cursed?
A guest at Disney's Contemporary Resort in Orlando has been identified as Matthew Cohn, 28, of Winter Garden, Florida, who died after a fall from the 12th floor of the hotel. Cohn checked into the resort in mid-October. The Orange County Medical Examiner determined his death resulted from multiple traumatic injuries. This is the 3rd guest death reported this month at Walt Disney World. Earlier, 31-year-old superfan Summer Equitz was also found dead at the same resort. And another guest, a man in his 60s staying at Fort Wilderness Campground, passed away from a medical emergency. Officials clarified that Cohn's death was unrelated to any ride system or attraction, despite early online speculation. Experts note Disney parks remain among the safest public attractions worldwide, thanks to strict inspections and rapid medical response. Still, 3 deaths within weeks have left visitors shaken. A reminder that even the happiest place on Earth can face real tragedy.
The second person has now fallen or jumped to their death at the Contemporary Resort at Walt Disney World. The incident took place today, Thursday, October 23rd, in the early morning hours. Police sealed the area as quickly as possible and told individuals to refrain from looking down outside of their balconies. In addition, cast members also closed off several entrances to Bay Lake Tower. Bay Lake Tower is the adjacent hotel to the main Contemporary Resort. They were able to use scaffolding, towel carts, and other miscellaneous hotel property in order to block the scene and view from Walt Disney World guests. Eventually, a white police tent was erected at the scene. At this time, Walt Disney World nor local law enforcement have issued any public statements regarding the incident. However, a multitude of guests staying at the hotel said that they received a knock on their door and were asked as well not to look out the balcony windows. By 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, today Thursday 23rd, all personnel had left the scene. This is the area in which the individual today was located deceased. This area is similar to a courtyard and connects you from the lobby to the pool and other guest areas. This is a second similar incident this month. As you may recall, 2 weeks ago, a 31-year-old woman jumped from the Contemporary Resort onto the platform just beneath the monorail and took her own life. That incident took place around 6:40 p.m. that evening. That individual was from out of state, and family members said that she booked a flight without them knowing. Shortly after, they made a Facebook posting alerting anyone in the area of the hotel that they saw her to call authorities immediately. Authorities nor Walt Disney World have provided any further details on that incident. To stay up to date on this case, make sure you click the playlist below. I'll keep you guys updated. What do you think? Drop in the comments.
31-year-old Summer Equitz, a devoted Disney fan from Chicago, was found dead at Disney World's Contemporary Resort in Florida on October 14th. Authorities have ruled her death a suicide. Officials confirmed she died from multiple blunt impact injuries, putting to rest earlier rumors that she had been struck by the monorail. Investigators say she checked into the resort alone after flying from Chicago to Orlando without informing anyone. Summer, a former Disneyland employee, had announced her pregnancy last December and often shared her love for Disney parks online. After that post, she stopped updating her social media, leaving family and friends deeply concerned when she vanished. Her body was discovered after a missing person alert was shared in Disney fan groups. Police say there were no signs of foul play, and Disney has not released a public statement. A GoFundMe campaign has been launched in her memory, as fans and loved ones mourn the loss of someone whose joy and Disney spirit once inspired so many.
Guest has died after riding Disneyland's Haunted Mansion. Here's everything that we know so far. Police tell TMZ that a female guest in her 60s was unresponsive on the Haunted Mansion ride around 6:30 p.m. Monday. Disney emergency personnel attempted life-saving measures until police and fire arrived on the scene. She was transported and declared dead at the hospital. Not clear what part of the ride she lost consciousness. Also not clear if someone else was in her buggy as well. Regarding the situation, Disney has not yet publicly commented. This tragedy comes weeks after a man died on Stardust Racers at Universal's new park, Universal Epic Universe. We will keep you guys updated as more develops.
The Manhattan Bridge. Make it make sense. Let's get into it. I always thought that was suspect when I'd ride over the bridge. About 10 trains went over already. 1901. 1909? Look at this, look at this. Human? Archway. The archway. No duh. No duh. No duh. Come on, make it make sense, New York City. I'm trying to get to see what those things are up there. Similar to the ones on the 59th Street Bridge. Archway after archway after archway. How big was your grandpa? How big was grandpa? That this building, what was going on over there? This building, this bridge in 1901? Still standing today like nothing's wrong. They redid maintenance, they redid it. Yeah, right. Make it make sense, Manhattan Bridge. What a beautiful day in New York City. Make it make sense.